On average, I earn roughly $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And the beauty part is you can live and work from anywhere in the world if that is what you want, because I like that. I like to be able to travel. I don't like to be stuck in the same location. And being a data analytics consultant, being an IBM Cognos Data Analytics consultant has given me an incredible lifestyle.
Hey, what's up? Today I got Kwame. He's been a data analyst, a business intelligence analyst for over 15 years. And today he's going to answer the question, what does a data analyst actually do?
Okay, so it is a responsibility of a data analyst to take a company's data and to help them make decisions. So a simple example is when a company has a product and they are looking to find the best product that will fit their ideal customer. So I can extract the data from the company, and using some business intelligence tools, we can help them make decisions around those products and those customers.
Tell me about something that you've actually worked on.
Okay, so recently I was approached by a client, and this client had a winery. Okay, so they have different wine stores in different locations, and they were having a hard time trying to find the best product mix and the best type of customer. They were trying to be able to carry wines that the people in those locations would be more susceptible to buy, right? So what I did is, first I collected their data. The most important thing when you are a data analyst is to approach every project from 5 or 6 key areas. First we have to look at the product. We have to look at the different product mixes available, right? So we have to look at the product, we have to look at the customer, we have to look at the demographic of the customer, because if you are going to open a wine shop around, say, a college, in a college environment or a college campus, if you are close to a college campus, there might be a different type of wine that you want to carry, okay? So location is important. And also, I wanted to know what they wanted to measure. Do they want to measure how profitable a certain type of wine is, or do they want to bring in more customers into the store, right? These are two different things. Also, pricing the product, right? What is the best ideal price for this product to make it such a way that the people in that location can afford this wine, right? I'm a data analytics, right? To be a data analytics, you have to learn how to use a tool, okay? So in my course, I teach students how to use a tool, to extract the data, transform the data, and then present the data to the client in such a way that the client can make decisions. So case in point, I took the customer's data, the winery, and I analyzed it within Cognos, and I was able to identify the locations, based on industry data. I was able to identify those locations that were most profitable, the demographics of the customers, and the types of wines that they tend to like to buy.
So what were some of the specific discoveries that you made for that particular company?
Okay, so case in point, we realized that a lot of people bought wine based on what was popular. We realized that a lot of people watch movies. There was a movie where a gentleman was talking about Pinot Grigio, and all of a sudden, sales of Pinot Grigio went up. Yeah. So we realized that we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. We realized that wines that had been used in popular culture, wines that were popular, like everyone has heard of, that wine with the kangaroo on it, with the
Yellowtail?
Yellowtail. Yeah. Everyone knows about Yellowtail. We found that it was very popular as well. Another thing we discovered is that the customer was not very sensitive to the price exactly. The price didn't matter. As long as the reviews were positive, as long as people were talking positively about the product, on YouTube, for example, we realized that a lot of the customers were, they were making their decisions based on the reviews. And another thing I suggested for the customer to do was to actually talk to the customers. Gary Vaynerchuk always talks about research and development, like your customer is your R&D. So if you are always going to open a business, you need to try to bring the customer to the table as well. Ask the customer, when the customer purchases a certain type of wine, ask the customer why they bought it. And we realized that a lot of them were talking about, they will read the reviews, they always talk about a friend buying the wine. And we also realized that a lot of the times the demographic aligned. 22-year-old came in and bought a certain type of wine. We realized that they were referred to, they had a reference from another person that was 22, 23. So we realized that the age mattered in terms of which wine they were going to buy. So what Cognos Analytics does, or what a data analytics tool does, is using artificial intelligence, it can identify these sort of patterns in your data. That is the beauty part.
So that you can make educated decisions instead of just guessing, right? So you have three major choices that you're helping this wine company make: is which wines to sell.
Yes.
Right? If they sell the wrong wines and their sales drop, they could be losing on a lot of money.
Yes.
They're losing money that way. Number two, right, now you've chosen the proper wines. Where and when are you going to sell them?
Good point.
You sell in the wrong location, you're not going to make money. You sell it at the wrong time, you're going to lose money, right? So you're helping them make as educated of a choice that they can, so that they don't spend money on inventory that's just not going to move.
Exactly. Inventory is key. In the data analytics tools, you can actually program intelligence into these tools so that they can notify you. So that, case in point, if you have a certain type of wine that sells a lot, artificial intelligence, or you can engineer certain notifications within the tool so that when you fall below a certain threshold, you can immediately get an email, or you can send an email to the supplier. You don't have to be involved. That is the beauty part of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence over time is going to be able to predict that around this time of the year, right? Around this time of the day, around this, maybe Saturdays, like artificial intelligence will be able to tell you that on Saturdays between 1 and 5, this is the kind of traffic we get to the store. You see, so inventory cost is something that is pretty, if you have a lot of inventory, you are paying for storage and things like that. Using Cognos Analytics, I was able to identify the pain points that they were having, because they had a lot of inventory, and we were able to engineer notifications into the system so that when the inventory fell below a certain threshold, they would get notifications, and they always had the best, the best level of inventory at any point in time.
You're helping the business make very important decisions. How much was that wine company paying you to do this job? Okay,
so that's a very good question. On average, I earned roughly $10,000 to $15,000 a month. A lot of the times, sometimes companies will put me on retainer so that when they need me, they can just contact me and they don't have to hire me on as a permanent employee, right? So, there are a lot of costs associated with being an employee, dealing with a contractor or dealing with my company, and my company is Coglitics. Dealing with my company, there are many great advantages because you're only dealing with me. No matter where I am in the world, you can always reach out to me. You don't have to go through the long process of finding a new employee to hire on to help you with the analysis, right? So yeah, roughly $10,000 to $15,000 a month per contract, and also you can work on retainer if that suits the context of the project.
All right, Kwame, if someone wants to become a data analyst, what's the fastest way for them to get a job, their first job?
Okay, so I have created an online course using IBM Cognos Analytics. Remember, I said that to become a data analytics consultant, you need to learn how to use a tool. Okay, using Cognos Analytics, you can learn to become a data analytics within maybe 8 to 12 weeks if you dedicate yourself, right? It took me about 15 years to earn roughly $170,000 a year, right? Because I had to learn by using sources from YouTube and places, or the internet. But with an online course like this, you literally study exactly what you need to learn, right? In college, they usually teach theory. They don't teach you how to use the tools. So an online course like mine is going to get you up to speed very quickly.
Also with your course, you're not just, students aren't just signing up and you forget about them. You actually give a lot of personal attention to your students, answering questions, helping them set up their resume, doing everything you can so that they can get their first interview.
Exactly. So that is the coaching piece. That is what a lot of the college students do not get. I've actually worked in corporate America. I've worked for Citigroup, Bank of America, some of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the world. So you get coaching. I know how to set up your resume for you to get ahead of your competition. Okay? If you have any questions or if you get stuck, I'll do everything that I can to try to help you to move along as well.
If someone takes your course and they do the work, they get their first data analyst job, what kind of starting salary can they expect?
It took me about 15 years to make $165,000, right? But if you take the course, within a couple of months, you are going to have experience similar to mine, right? So starting salaries, you know, you are going to be certified when you take my course as well. So a certified data analytics consultant that has a portfolio, you know, when you take my course as well, you are going to build a portfolio. College students cannot compete with you because college students, they leave college with only a piece of paper, and employers do not know the type of skills they have. So starting salaries can be around $80,000, and if you become a contractor, you can make upwards of $160,000, $170,000 because you can potentially even start your own company and you can have multiple contracts. And the beauty part is you can live and work from anywhere in the world if that is what you want, because I like that. I like to be able to travel. I don't like to be stuck in the same location. And you know, being a data analytics consultant, being an IBM Cognos Data Analytics consultant has given me an incredible lifestyle. If
any of you want to learn how to become a data analyst from Kwame, who has over 15 years experience, lives an incredible lifestyle, you guys can go check out the link in the description below to learn more about his course, which comes with personalized attention. He's gonna critique your resume. He's gonna help you answer those tough interview questions. He's gonna do everything that he can to get you that first job. And with that being said, click on that link. I'll see you guys next time.